Hello everyone, welcome back to another exciting Generation 5 Pokemon battle. This is with my good friend tuperiu5, or tuperiu5, or an old Pojo friend, really cool YouTuber, really funny guy. I'll leave the link to his channel in the description. Check him out. He's actually on one of my top channels on my profile. Anyway, so he leads with a Tauros, and I lead with a Swellow. And this is a Toxicroak Swellow, so I just go for a Protect. He tries to go for the Stone Edge, and now I decide to go U-turn. Not quite sure if a Facade would kill. Right off the bat, although I really think now that I'm rewatching this battle that it might have. So I probably should have stayed in and tried to kill him, but oh well. I go into Troll because, you know, Troll has pretty good physical defense, but he still ends up doing a lot with the Stone Edge, and then he goes for the Earthquake, and I did not expect the Earthquake on this Tauros because normally Tauroses don't have it. But this is a Sheer Force Tauros, and he does have the Earthquake, and that takes out Troll, which is huge. In fact, that is one of the major problems because I just really wanted to set up the Stealth Rocks most of all, because Stealth Rocks would have been very helpful in this battle, considering his team. And now he goes out into his Probopass to set up his own Stealth Rocks, so that's going to be a major disadvantage for me already in this never-used battle against tuperiu5. So I just go for the U-turn to get some minor damage and get a switch into Troll. Actually, it's funny, we are both complete NU noobs. We both wanted to try something new and exciting. This is my first NU battle in Gen 5. This is his second, so both of us are kind of noobish, so it happens. So anyway, I just go for the superpower. I know he's probably going to switch, but this is a Choice Band Bacon by Emboar, so I know it's going to do a lot of damage. He ends up going into Pelipper to resist the fighting move, and it still does more than half, so that's not terrible at all. I go into Bravo Sama because I see I have a hidden power on here, and I'm like, okay, this Seeking, looking at its set, Surf, Ice Beam, Hidden Power. The Hidden Power is probably Electric, right? That would make a ton of sense. Except it's not. I mean, I was kind of thinking maybe it's Fire instead of, but it's not. It's Hidden Power Grass. I'm like, that makes no, like, what is it going to do? Hit Swampert? Hit Quagsire? Hit Seismitoad? I mean, Hydro Pump does a lot to those things anyway, as long as they don't have Water Absorb. So yeah, after this battle, I think I changed that Hidden Power to Hidden Power Electric because that makes just more sense to me. Anyway, so now I just go for the Ice Beam. I mean, I really don't want to switch because I don't really have a safe switch against Pelipper. So I end up getting the Freeze, which is like, yeah, now I can set up a Agility, except he de-thaws first turn. Or sorry, not de-thaws, but thaws. De-thaws makes no sense. That would, like, never mind. Okay, so he's thawed out, and that's bad for me. I mean, I was kind of hoping to abuse that Hacks, but I'm not able to. He just goes for a Hurricane, which has good accuracy. I think that has increased accuracy in the rain, so that's pretty nice thing on a Pelipper. And yeah, I'm confused, but I decided just to try to go for the Hydro Pump. It stabbed, and in the rain, even with the resistance, I think it does more than Ice Beam, so it does decent damage, and now he just goes for another Hurricane to kill me. And yeah, Hurricane does have 100% accuracy in the rain, which makes it, yeah, makes a lot of sense on a Rain Dance Pelipper. And this is one of the things I would really like to have Stealth Rocks for, because honestly, I don't have a whole lot. So I go to Miami, my Caracosta. I'm just going to set up the Shell Smash because, yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty nice play. He goes out into his Executor, which does not have a whole lot of defense, so I'm thinking, okay, after a Shell Smash, I'm thinking Stone Edge might be able to kill, so I decide to go for it, but then I miss, which is so bad. And he gets off a Psychic, and with my reduced special defense, and he actually said this is a modest max special attack Executor, that's obviously going to KO, and that blows. So I go back into Bacon, assuming I can outspeed, because Executor is very slow if there's, you know, their sun's not set up. The rain just went away, so I can go for the Flare Blitz, and yeah, even if it was like a defensive Executor, it's not going to survive a Choice Band Flare Blitz. And yeah, that Executor goes down. So now he goes out into his Beefcake, which happens to be the name of his Altaria. I cannot stay in because obviously I don't think I can KO with a Flare Blitz. I decided to go into Wheezing, hoping that this is maybe one of those physical ones, but he ends up Roaring, which is terrible for me because, yeah, now he's going to get some nice Stealth Rock damage on my entire team, mainly this Swellow, who can't switch in much with the Toxic and the, you know, and the Stealth Rocks up. So I just go for Facade, hoping that I might be able to kill the Altaria, but it's too bulky. And that, as you can see, Altaria is a little more defensive than Tauros, so I think I would have been able to KO the Tauros in the beginning, judging from that damage, but oh well. Yeah, so I almost killed the Altaria. I get roared into Bacon. I just don't want to risk, you know, because I really need to keep Bacon because it's the only answer I have to Probopass. So I decide to switch out again. I can't really afford to let him, you know, do stuff, or to die. So he ends up taking this time to Roost, which I'm like, well, crap. I'm just going to go for a Will-O-Wisp now. I did get in my Smogon, which is the name of my Weezing, named after Smogon.com, which is the best competitive web, you know, competitive Pokemon website on the web. Their icon is a coughing, so that's why I chose to name my Weezing Smogon. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp, but he ends up being special, which, you know, it's probably... I know it wasn't a Dragon Dance set as soon as I saw Roar, so I don't know. At the very least, Will-O-Wisp provides residual damage. And I think I can, like, just wither him down with Pain Split. I mean, if he tries to go Roost, it's going to heal me, and Roost has less PP, obviously, than Pain Split. Same thing with Dragon Pulse, so maybe I can kind of PP stall if he wants to do that, or if he just wants to, like, wither me down. Eventually I get him to the point that I can KO. But he decides to switch because he doesn't like this very much. He goes out into Buffy, which is his Girder, which is actually pretty annoying. Girder is the pre-evolved form of Conkeldurr, and obviously this is one of those Evilite sets. It's actually quite popular in NU, with max special defense, and Evilite, he's pretty specially bulky, even despite his bad special defense EVs. And then add his decent defense to the Evilite, and he's a pretty defensive Pokemon, and he can just spam bulk ups and just do a lot of damage. But luckily, well, not really luckily, but Weezing happens to be one of the best physical walls in the game, at least in the NU game, and Weezing also resists fighting. So even with like bulk ups, I don't really think he's going to be doing a whole lot with bulk Drain Punch. So I just keep going for Thunderbolt. I don't obviously want to burn him because he does have guts. And Thunderbolt's doing, well, I wouldn't say good damage, but at least decent damage. And basically I just want to wither him down. He goes for the Drain Punch and does like nothing because, you know, Weezing, it's physical. What do you expect? He's a physical wall and it's a resisted attack. So yeah, I wouldn't really expect that much to do that much to Weezing. He ends up going for the Revenge, which is not fighting, so it does a little bit more, but he doesn't want to lose his Girder quite yet because it has Mach Punch, making it useful against my Swellow, and decides just to go back into Beefcake the Altaria. So here we go again. At this point I'm thinking, okay, the only reason you go into this is to basically wither us both down to the point we're both pretty much dead. And I can understand that, honestly, because to him, Weezing is probably his biggest threat, but I'm like, okay, I really need to get rid of this Altaria, because I have nothing to really do to it. I don't have any ice moves left on my teams, or rock, so, yeah, the best I mean, I know I could hit him really hard at Swellow, but I'm not going to get a safe switch into Swellow at this point. So he goes for a Dragon Pulse, and I'm just going to keep going for Pain Split. Just because to get, I mean, I heal slightly with Pain Split, because he's a little more HP than me. And I guess get the residual damage with the burn. Hopefully that'll mean that when I do die, because Weezing will die eventually to this Dragon Pulse, because of the Pain Split, he will be very weak, maybe even die to the burn. So I'm thinking kind of maybe sacrifice my Weezing to get rid of this Altaria. I'm actually kind of surprised he's not just roaring me. I mean, it may make a lot of sense, but I don't know. He probably just doesn't want me to roar me into Swellow, honestly. But oh well. He goes for a Dragon Pulse again, and that's going to kill me because of a crit. And that was horrible. I mean, that's probably what he was hoping for this time, is for a crit, because, yeah, that's the one way he gets to keep his Altaria. And, yeah, it sucks. So I have to go now basically into Swellow. I'm actually kind of surprised he doesn't switch out into his Probopass, predicting that Facade. But he lets Altaria die, which is kind of cool for me. And now he's actually going to go into Girder. And he's going to try to Mach Punch kill me because of his decent attack and Swellow's bad defense. But I survive with 13. Swellow is doing work, and I get rid of the Girder. His last two Pokemon... of course, I died of my own Toxic, but his last two Pokemon happen to be Probopass and Pelipper. So I go into Bacon, because that's my last poke. He goes into his Probopass, and the only move, and I know this thing probably has Earth Power, the only move I have that I know I can kill Probopass is Super Power. And I know I get -1 attack, and judging by how much I did to the Pelipper the first time, I'm thinking I might be able to kill it, actually, at the low HP that Pelipper is currently at, and I'm pretty sure I outspeed. So here comes Pelipper, pretty weak. I go for a superpower, it's at -1 attack, so I'm like, come on, come on, come on, kill, no! No! He survives! And he said he was 5 HP, so, I mean, it probably came down to min-max damage, but, you know, after a roost, that's pretty much the game, unless, you know, severe hacks, because I believe if I get a crit, my attack drops are negated. So I'm just pretty much hoping for a crit at this point. I go for the superpower, don't crit, lower my attack. He ends up going for a hurricane and misses, so now I have another chance, because, I have a -2 attack now, but he's weaker than he was even before, so I'm like, maybe I can kill her this time? No, he survives without sliver of health again. That time he said he was 12 HP. So yeah, mid-max damage really doesn't love me right now. And he gets off another roost, and you know, now I need a crit. If I do not get a crit, that is game over. I go for a superpower. Come on, crit. Come on, crit. Come on. No, I don't get a crit. And he's going to be able to hit with Hurricane now. And that will be the game. So, that was a great game, tuperiu. That was my first NU match. Didn't actually play out that badly for me, surprisingly enough. This was his second, so kind of NU noob, so good friends going at it in a format both of us want to get into. I'm probably going to have to retool my team, maybe make some Pokesav, some new Pokemon, because my team isn't that synergic, although I kind of was sad that he didn't have an electric Pokemon to abuse my Seeking with. I mean, I had made that Seeking because I remember somebody commented on my videos to use this set, the Lightning Rod set, but yeah, I've never actually gotten a chance to use it. So anyway, today's question of the day is leave a comment about your favorite move in the game. There's a lot of moves I like, but my favorite move has probably always been Taunt. I mean, in Gen 5 it's kind of less useful than it was in Gen 4, but I still use it on my Gyarados to surprise bulky Pokemon. It's just a trolling move. Well, it's not like the best move anymore. I just like the ability to lock down certain Pokemon. It really helps sweepers, so it fits my offensive playstyle. And I just like Taunt. So leave a comment about your favorite move in the entire game. See you guys next time. Rate, comment, subscribe if you like my videos. And thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.